I'm going to start a business. And I'm going to be starting this business by actively recording and documenting the whole thing. So, I am actually a coach for handmade sellers, and basically, I teach them how to sell their products online. But throughout that journey and throughout helping people, I have found that there's been a lot of desire for learning how to start a pattern business. And while there are some overlaps between the two types of businesses, it is a completely different ballgame. There's different strategies and different things that you would do to promote and build up a business like that. And I've decided that I want to help people build up that kind of business. I want to help people start a pattern business or a tutorial business or a business that's basically based on their knowledge and skills that they have learned over time versus a final product that they are creating and selling. And, I started when I was 15. I started my first business. Well, I mean, technically, like growing up, I set up at many, many farmers markets and sold many, many different things over the course of my childhood. But I started my first proper business when I was 15. And I was making dice for Dungeons and Dragons and other TTRPG games. TTRPG games, tabletop role playing games. I started that business when I was 15 and I ran it until I was about 19, maybe 20. So it was about 4 or 5 years that I ran that business and it was amazing. But when I was running that business, something that I always wanted to do was to start teaching people how to make dice. I always got questions from people on how do you start making dice? What resin should you use? How do you make your molds? How do you do this technique? And there was only so much I could do by like explaining it, and I really wanted to go down the path of like starting a Patreon or something where I taught people how to make dice. I would go through the step by steps. Here's how you make molds, here's how you decide on silicone, here are different mold techniques, like all of those little details. I wanted to walk people through step by step on how to do it and get started because I just thought that would be so cool. And this was before I did any kind of video or teaching or anything like that. So I didn't even know it was something that I would jive with. And now that I'm like a coach to help other people, I find that, oh, wait, this is something I really like to do. I really wanted to do that when I was younger, but I never did. And this is almost my way of fixing my mistakes in the past. I can't change the past. I've already sold off that business as it doesn't fit with the life that I wanted to continue to live and the passion and my drive going forward. So I sold off that business. So I can't make that business again. It's not something I desire to do. But I work with a lot of people who are looking to start that kind of business and who are in that same position that I was of, I don't even know where to start. And for me, the not knowing where to start ended up me not even starting that business, for me not even attempting. I bought this camera to take pictures for my dice business, but also to record videos. I recorded two, maybe, the entire time I had it, and I never edited or published them because I didn't know how to do that. Everything was way out of my skill level. I didn't know what to do, and I just kind of stayed comfortable and kept with my normal product business versus really trying to expand. And I don't know if I would say I regret doing that because it was a great business, but I wish that I did, because I think it would have been really awesome of an experience, especially because it's a fun style of business that you get to basically pass your craft on to other people. You get to help other people. And also, it's a lot more scalable than a normal handmade product business because, you can make a pattern or tutorial once, but the amount of people that can buy and benefit from it is endless. And so I want to help other people achieve that dream that I never did. So I want to help people achieve that dream. And that's kind of my goal of this channel, is to document the process of building up this pattern tutorial business, of helping other people build that business. It's a business to help businesses, which is kind of weird, but I think it will be really fun. And the way that I intend to do that is I kind of want to do these videos as sort of like a documentation of what I do and what I'm learning while I'm doing this. Because this is completely new. I have started two businesses basically in my life so far. I had my dice business and I had a podcast for a while. Now, I currently work with my mom, actually, is the one who started the handmade coaching business, and I am an assistant coach there. And this pattern business is kind of the next step forward and something that I'm going to be taking on. And something, my next venture that I'm going to build. And it's been a while, and there's a lot of things that I'm going to learn, and there's a lot of things that I'm going to have to do and push past my own comfort zone to get there. And I basically just want to document that process and even share tips and ideas and all kinds of stuff like that through this channel as well. Yeah, that's my plan. So I guess that's kind of the end of this video. I don't have too much more to say, and I hope that soon I will have more updates of what I'm doing. So if you're interested in starting a pattern or tutorial business, follow along with what I'm doing here. And if you just find that you want to follow along with my journey in general, subscribe. I'd appreciate it. I hope you enjoy. Bye.